The murder of Amasa. Dear friends, in the previous story, we saw the urgency shown by Judah and the disapproval shown by the rest of Israel for this, right? In today's story, we will see the problems caused by that disapproval. The tribe of Judah showed haste in this matter because David was their own flesh and blood. However, Judah was not alone. Half of Israel also went with them. The other half had wanted in their hearts to bring David back. The 10 tribes of Israel, who were more in number, felt that they should have been the ones to take the first step in bringing David back. But for Judah, because David was their kinsman, they showed more enthusiasm in bringing him back. Unable to reconcile the differences in opinions between them, Sheba, son of Bichri, a troublemaker from the tribe of Benjamin, told all Israel to return to their own homes. So all Israel left David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. But the men of Judah followed their king steadfastly from the Jordan to Jerusalem. Then, as per his word, David took Amasa his nephew and Absalom's commander with him. David, who understood that Sheba had made all Israel against him, called Amasa and told him to gather all the men of Judah within 3 days. So Amasa set out, but he took longer than the set time. David, seeing that Amasa was taking more time, called Abishai, the brother of Joab, and said, "Take your lord's servants and pursue Sheba, lest he gets himself to a fortified city and escape from us." So Joab's men and the Kerethites and Pelethites went out after Sheba. When they were at the rock of Gibeon, Amasa came to meet them. On seeing Amasa, the anger inside Joab rose. When David ran from Absalom, Amasa stood with Absalom. But David, forgiving that, took Amasa with himself. And his decision to replace Joab with Amasa all became causes for Joab's anger. Joab threw God's command, "Do not sin in your anger," out the window. When Joab saw Amasa, he went near to kiss him, pretending to love him. But Amasa was not on guard against the dagger in Joab's hand. So Joab struck him with it and spilled his entrails to the ground, and he died. The men of Judah who saw Amasa's death were frightened. But one of Joab's men carried Amasa out of the highway into the field and threw a garment over him. Then the men of Judah who came with Amasa went with Joab and set out in pursuit of Sheba. They besieged him in Abel of Beth-maachah. Joab and his men were hattering the wall to throw it down. Then a wise woman living there spoke to Joab. She said, "You seek to destroy a city that is a mother in Israel. Why will you swallow up the heritage of the Lord?" So Joab told her what he needs. He said, "Give up Sheba son of Bichri alone, and we will withdraw from the city." Then the woman went to all the people in her wisdom, and they cut off the head of Sheba son of Bichri and threw it to Joab. So he blew the trumpet, and they dispersed from the city, every man to his house. And Joab returned to Jerusalem to the king. Thus the problems caused by Sheba son of Bichri came to an end. Even when David's reign was coming to an end, his problems within his family and in his kingdom did not end. After David became king, in his battles against the Philistines, Goliath's 3 brothers were killed by David's men. Yet another sin David committed against God apart from his sin against Bathsheba and Uriah was counting the fighting men from Dan to Beersheba. The king appointed Joab for this. But Joab opposed the king's decision. Nevertheless, Joab had to obey the king's command. He set out and counted the men from Dan to Beersheba, and returned 9 months and 20 days later. But David forgot the God who gave him victory when he fought Goliath alone, and when he ran from Saul with worthless men. This angered the Lord. God afflicted Israel with 3 days of a great plague because of this. 70,000 people died in this plague. David, who realized his mistake, confessed his sins. Then, seeing the angel of God who came to destroy Jerusalem, David and the elders, clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. And the Lord relented. Then, according to God's command, David bought the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite and built an altar to God. He offered burnt offerings and peace offerings and prayed to the Lord. The Lord responded to the plea, and the plague was averted from Israel. With this, we come to the end of the stories in 2 Samuel. Did David, who was old, have peace in his later life, or was even that problematic? We will see that in the next video from the next book. God bless you.